Hello and welcome to FHC Slam. I'm your host, Robe.
And tonight, we're going straight into action. And now, Vault 101, as Susie and Amada are calling themselves now, differentiating themselves from the male members of Vault 101, which are, of course, the Tunnel Snakes. And 101 being the vault that they all lived in the Capital Wasteland. Following tag match is set for one fall, making their way to the ring. From Vault 101, Amada and Susie Mack. This is also Amada's first appearance on Slam. She's been a force to be reckoned with so far this year. In Super Flight Night and Brawl, she has gone 9-3 and is one of the top contenders for Lady of Sky. However, we see that the folks in Vault 101 wanted a ladies tag team, so entering her pairing with Susie Mack, an FHC Ladies Champion in her own right, winning the title in a treble trial match against Dee and Rosie Fox at last year's Gauntlet, but then losing it to Morrigan a few months later at Session 3 in the finals for the Ladies Championship Tournament. She unsuccessfully challenged twice more during Revolutions Month, and since then she's been on a bit of a losing streak, taking losses on Brawl against Tiffany Andrews, Jade, Quinn, and Tennessee Taylor. Maybe this pairing with Amada can get her back on track and show that maybe a new ladies tag team is just what this place needs. And their opponents, from Langwyn, Kingdom of Ferelden, and the Korkari Wilds, Wynne and Morrigan, Dragon Age. We have the alliance we've been waiting to see here tonight with bitter enemies turned working comrades. Witches, please! Morrigan and Wynne teaming up as a tag team along with their old fellowship mates Leliana and Alistair. They are Dragon Age. Amazing FHC history here where this tag team are both former FHC champions, Morrigan being the only two-time FHC Ladies Champion, and Wynne, a former Lady of Sky herself. Lots of FHC gold here over the years, and it looks like Morrigan's onto some other interesting things. I don't think we've seen her in much tag action in the past. I mean, unless you count the mixed tag team she was in from time to time with Azathoth when they were dating. It should be very exciting to see how she and Wynne work together here, as we know they've had some vicious feuds in the past, even competing for titles against each other. Can they coexist in the hopes of becoming a successful tag team? We'll see here tonight. Oh, and a vicious big boot to the face of Amada, with Amada and Wynne starting out tonight here in this match, already to the outside. Amada trying to make something happen fast. Oh, Wynne missing with that clothesline, and now Amada trying to capitalize here. Oh God, brainbuster on the outside. Meanwhile, Morrigan and Susie are just looking on, and Amada getting the upper hand here. Just, oh gosh, putting Wynne into that corner, the platinum pole, if you will. My goodness, Wynne already taking a lot of damage to her hit points here, if you will. Now able to be to tag in Morrigan, but Amada able to head her off at the pass, and Morrigan answering with a huge clothesline, and Amada just sticking it to these veterans in Dragon Age. And again, we mentioned earlier that this is her first appearance on Slam as she tags out to Susie. She has done very, very well for herself on Super Flight Night, and we've seen her again, hopefully vying for the Lady of Sky, currently held by Heather Andrews, the veteran, again. And she may very well get a title shot before the month is out. And all of the Vault Dwellers from Vault 101 have been seriously pretty impressive. I mean, we saw the Tunnel Snakes go on a huge title run last year, when Susie Mack was ladies champion, as well as the Tunnel Snakes, Wally Mack and Malic Ferdanko were tag champions. And then, of course, Butch Deloria was the longest reigning Pacific champion in FHC history with that 9-month reign last year. And now Susie just taking it to both Dragon Age members on the outside by our announcers table. This is almost like a handicap match here, with as much damage as she's doing. And I think part of the reason could be, oh gosh, part of the reason could be is that Morrigan and Wynne perhaps don't have as much experience tagging together, and of course we knew from their history that they have been bitter enemies, so perhaps trying to get bitter enemies to work together might not be the best way to go. But now, as you see here, Morrigan really stomping a mud hole in Susie Mack and walking it dry, tagging in Wynne. And like I said, was it last week or a couple weeks ago, so many of the tag teams in this company are doing this whole round robin tagging in. I'm not exactly sure why, but now Wynne with the cover on Susie. 2, and a quick kick out. You see Amada and Morgan were just awaiting each other to come in and try to break up the tag. But very exciting matchup. I know Mr. Palmer's been trying to get Dragon Age into the ring for quite some time now, but hasn't been able to do it because of all the other crazy drama that's been happening the last couple weeks after Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And Susie with that scoop slam on Wynne, and now she's just taking it in, perhaps trying to regain some stamina here. Oh, yes, and then now a jumping, flipping neck breaker, I think. Wynne slow to get up. She's being dazed, and now falling neck breaker. That could be it, folks, and Morrigan wisely coming in to break it up. Amada trying to get something going here, and now those special clicks, harkening back to Darth Wump. Morrigan with the special clicks on Amada. Oh, and Wynne, what a kick, but it didn't seem to faze Susie at all. And now dangerous here, Susie in the corner. Wynne bringing her down, and now could we be seeing some type of drive-by here? Oh, God! Oh! The momentum has shifted once again, folks, and now Wynne with the cover. 2, 3, and Dragon Age pulls out the win. The first tag team co-venture between Morrigan and Wynne, a successful one. Dragon Age picks up the victory here tonight. Wow, what a match. I can't believe we're actually seeing Dragon Age coming together and showing off their prowess. Really can't wait to see how the larger group does, as Leliana will probably show up on Brawl, and Alistair is also being signed to GGPW. But now, we get to the rest of tonight. We'll see Sonic Fire's The Welshman going up against Four Fierce's Taifu Arashi. The Welshman is coming off a giant victory with Tom Fireman 2 weeks ago when they beat out the Strength of the Righteous to become the number 1 contenders for the tag championship against the Icons at Knockout in 2 weeks. Let's see how well the Welshman can keep the momentum going. And speaking of the Strength, after hearing about Ak-Chu's and Air Poodle's contract signing last week, they'll have their first official match in the FHC against the Strength. A crazy match to be sure. An untested tag team going up against one of the best tag teams in the FHC today. Then we'll see some drama that has boiled over from last week, with El Huracan taking on Malic Ferdanko in a number 1 contenders match for the Dragon Championship. Last week, after Azathoth successfully defended his title against Ferdanko, El Huracan came out to the ring to, well, we're still not sure what he was doing, but to help Huracan, or maybe to fool him into an attack, or something. I'm not sure, but Ferdanko ended up attacking Huracan. They'll duke it out in the ring tonight to see who will face Azathoth for the title at Knockout. Then we're expecting tag action tonight as the Monet Brothers gave an ultimatum to Nini Pacbell to pay 15 large for that designer scarf that Scarves gave away, but Pacbell has so far been unable to find a tag team partner. If Pacbell is successful in finding a partner and defeating Hawk and Hunt tonight, the Monets will forego the debt. Otherwise, Pacbell will have to cough up $15,000. What a horrible night to have a debt. Then, in our main event, we'll see FHC champion Karin Rebel face Jade Quinn in non-title action. But you never know, the Fugitives, I'm sure, are just around the corner, having sparked a huge conflict with Karin and Rosie. There'll be a few extra options in store for you tonight on FHC Slam. We're here! You know what, Poodle? I've been sitting here for a couple weeks now, listening to you run your mouth about how I abandoned you guys, you and Chew Dog, about how I left you behind, about how I supposedly owe you something. Well, let me make this crystal clear. I don't owe you a damn thing. Yeah, we came up together. Yeah, we wrestled in those garage comic shops like Quicksilver Comics and Cards. The one with the awesome dude who always tried to get us copies of Deathmate Black or Youngblood Gold or some other weird title with a color. We wrestled in those poker halls where What's-His-Face always wanted to play Pasoi Dos. And we wrestled in those gyms where the crowd was only 3 rows deep, but the neighborhood fans cheered their asses off. I remember those days, Poodle. I remember every single one of them. But here's what you seem to forget. We all had the same opportunity. We all had the same shot to make something of ourselves. And you know what the difference was? I took the shot! And while you and Chew were comfortable with the conditioning exercises, playing street ball with the Coors Gardeners, I was taking bumps at Big Time Wrestling, getting to know the coaches at Rising Dawn, and studying King Slender tapes when he was VWA champion. I didn't get called up to the big leagues, Poodle. I earned my way here. Every bruise, every scar. I paid my dues in blood, sweat, and tears, while you two were... what? Waiting for someone to hand you something? Chew, you want to talk about your debts? I fought my way through every federation, every champion, every curtain jerker they put in front of me. And you say I kicked you down the ladder to get where I am? I clawed my way up the ladder, one rung at a time, on my own. And even if I wanted to, I was working way too hard to worry about anything or anyone else. And now you come here talking about collecting? What debt, Poodle? The debt of me showing you that hard work actually means something? The debt of proving that if you want something in this business, you have to take it? It's yours? You guys made your choice, and you chose poorly. I was hungry, and I chose wisely. You want a shot at me? You want what I've got? Then do what I did. Work your ass off. Climb the ladder. Earn your place. Because I'm not giving you anything out of some misplaced sense of loyalty to a past you clearly can't let go of. We're not brothers. Hell, we're not even friends. We're contenders. We're competitors. And if you want to step into the ring with me, you better be ready for what comes next.
The following match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Llangollen, Wales, he is a member of Sonic Fire, Perry O'Sullivan, the Welshman.
Now the latest in the Sonic Fire 4 Fierce War, the Welshman will be taking on Taifu Arashi tonight. And after the surprise victory that El Huracan had over Guile 2 weeks ago, The Welshman will be looking for a victory here tonight to try and tip the scales back in Sonic Fire's favor, to be more balanced, because, well, as it is, Four Fierce has simply been dominating the war. The Welshman had his last singles match over 3 months ago around FHC Firestorm when he lost to the Crusader. In fact, he had also lost the 2 singles matches before that against Azthoth and Tyler Black. But he's doing excellent so far this year in normal tag matches and 6-kill tag matches. Let's hope that record won't have any impact on tonight's battle against the Four Fiercemen, Taifu Arashi.
And his opponent, from Osaka, Japan, Taifu Arashi.
And we thought Taifu was going to be the next Pacific champion, as he was making some amazing moves in the last couple of months. And after a 6-month stay on Super Flight Night, Taifu started making a name for himself at Firestorm when he took on Tyler Black as a Pacific champion hopeful, and even ended up defeating Black that night, but of course in non-title action. But when Taifu actually got the title shot on Slam before Blood, Sweat, and Tears, he just couldn't get the job done, and by that time, he had already been personally handpicked by Ryu to become part of Four Fierce. We'll see how he fares against the Welshman tonight. A victory here by Four Fierce would even just completely solidify that group's hold on Sonic Fire and perhaps the rest of the FHC. And Taifu picking the Welshman up and just kind of gingerly putting him on the apron. Maybe he didn't get all of that right there, but Taifu really doing numbers on the Welshman here outside. We saw them going at it by the announcer's table, and oh my gosh, oh, it was almost like a insiders, outsiders, razors, what have you. And now Welshman trying to battle back. Snap suplex on the outside. And Welshman looking quite dapper with the new duds. Sure beats that t-shirt and gym wear he was rocking for what seemed like years. Now back in the ring, Welshman being lariated into the corner there. Lariated. And Welshman wanting Taifu to come at him, bro. And now back into the other turnbuckle. Oh God, flying cross chop, and now Taifu double underhook flip suplex on the Welshman. Good God, Four Fiercemen looking quite good in this matchup so far. And now Taifu looking like recreating his entrance right there, almost shades of Sin Cara. And now, oh, quick arm drag suplex. Welshman better pick up some offense here. Looks like Taifu has almost been dominating the whole match. It's almost like Taifu putting on a clinic, and now a variant of the Fisherman's Buster, perhaps. Should we try it again? Oh, Taifu trying to recreate the entrance again with that springboard senton and not connecting. Can Welshman capitalize? Taifu going in the corner, and now drop kick to the back. Slowly but surely, folks, perhaps is Sonic Fire's motto in this war. Counter. Oh, Taifu telegraphing the move, and Welshman with that spinning heel kick thing, and now Welshman, oh, with a power bomb of his own. Taifu saying no thank you. Taifu going with a flying heel kick of his own and missing. Welshman with the neck wrench. Oh, jeez. Spinning, falling neck breaker. And the Welshman looking like he's tightening his gloves even though he has no gloves on. And, oh! Variant of a scorpion death drop with theatrics. And now Welshman's the one to go up to the top turnbuckle. Holy God! 630! Holy God, and who knew that the Welshman had it in him with an amazing, I think it was a 630. He did it so quickly and so many flips. Good God. Enough to put away Taifu Arashi. I think Sonic Fire definitely needed this win here tonight, folks. Wow. Taifu going back in disgrace almost, and power outage. Oh my God! Ryu suddenly appearing in the ring. Welshman doesn't look like he wants any part of it. Staring daggers. Oh! And Ryu laying the Welshman out after the Welshman tried to attack Ryu, who just appeared after the lights came back on, and now Guile at the start of the ramp goading Ryu into it. Ryu and Guile having words, and Ryu marching up the ramp. Oh boy, folks. Oh, here we go. And the staff trying to break it up, and oh gosh, Guile and Ryu going at it. What the hell happened to you? The Monet Brothers happened. They came to collect. Collect what? Money for the scarf. Scarves gave me this scarf and told me it was a gift, you know? I thought it was actually pretty cool of them, but turns out the Monets don't see it that way. Well, that's what you get when you deal with scarves. Trust me, I should know. How much did they want? $15,000? $15,000? How much does Scarves take? I don't know. He gave it to me for free. Oh, I like these Monets. I don't know why you're saying that. They said premium materials and artisan craftsmanship. That's what they said. I told them Scarves gave it to me as a gift, but they said that's between me and him. I've got the merchandise, so I owe them the payment. And they're just squeezing you for dinero. They want to see what they can get from you. Yeah, well, I figured that out really fast. They gave me until the end of the week, and when I said I didn't have the money, well, you can see how that went, and I felt how that went. Smarts. Well, where's the scarf now? I threw it away. Well, that was smart. I don't know if it was smart or stupid. That's the thing, Loc. I can't figure any of this out. I mean, ever since I got that scarf, I've been on this losing streak. I can't win a match to save my life. So I thought maybe the scarf really did have some kind of power? I don't know, maybe Hannah's right about all this conspiracy stuff. But the thing is, I'm still losing. I threw it away, and I still can't win. Do I just suck that bad? Did the scarf actually have power? Or did just the doubt it created ruin me? Well, that's exactly what Scarves wants, I think. Power through suggestion. It's power through influence. He gets in your head, makes you question yourself, makes you doubt your own abilities. Whether that scarf did anything or not doesn't matter anymore. You believe it did something. And sometimes belief is more powerful than any chemical or curse or whatever the hell Hannah thinks is going on. I don't really know, man. It doesn't matter. Real or not, the damage is done in your head. Once you start questioning whether you're weak or whether you're capable, whether you deserve to win or lose, I think you've already lost. So what do? Be like Stone Cold. DTA. Don't trust anyone. Well, the Demonets gave me one other option. They said if I can find a tag team partner, we can face them in the ring later tonight. And if we win, the debt's forgiven. But if we lose, I have to pay double. Anyone come at you yet? It's what I'm saying is, anyone get to you yet? Who's going to team with me? I'm a walking losing streak. I can't even beat jobbers right now. What am I supposed to do? Go up to someone and say, hey, want to risk your reputation and probably lose with me tonight? Why not? You won't know until you ask someone. Or maybe someone will want to help you out on their own. Gotta get out there, Nini.
The following tag match is set for one fall, making their way to the ring from Fern Hill, Ak-Chu and Air Poodle.
And now, in their first official match as FHC, Ak-Chu and Air Poodle heading to the ring for tag action. Mr. Palmer accepted their contract signings last week, and now they are official members of the company. And as such, Mr. Palmer has booked them for the strength of the righteous. Chu and Poodle will definitely have their hands full, taking on one of the most dominant teams in the FHC today. Something tells me that this is not an accident. And as Chu and Poodle came into the FHC with guns blazing, and immediately putting Mr. Palmer and FHC champion Darth Wump on notice, Mr. Palmer says there's a flip side to that coin. Take on the tag team who's only had one loss and work your way up from there. Man, Mr. Palmer is playing hardball here, folks, but I get it. I've known Mr. Palmer for a while now. I know the man. You want to mess with this company, the livelihood, especially when not on contract, you pay. Because ain't a hard time been invented that he can't handle.
And their opponents, the Crusader and the Ultra Patriot.
And with the exception of their loss last week to Sonic Fire and losing the #1 contender spot for the tag championship, the strength of the righteous is in rare form. I mean, I'm not sure I've ever seen either of them be this dominant than any other time in their career. The Crusader and the Ultra Patriot both have been here almost as long as the OG FHC crew. I mean, they also came out of some of the early federations that Darth Wump was a part of. I think both of them also did stints in Rising Dawn Wrestling, RDW, but I know after that they all joined Wump in the WWE back for WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy the year after, and then came to the FHC after that, and have enjoyed a long and prosperous career here. And now, to become one of the premier tag teams of this company after a career like these guys, that's saying a lot about the longevity, the lifespan, and the stamina and resolve of these guys. And giving them the opportunity to face off against fellow RDWs almost brings things full circle. If these guys knew each other back then, but I'm not sure all these guys had a history together. Talking about the strength and Ak-Chu and Air Poodle. But what we do know is that all four of these competitors have one person in common, Darth Wump. And now we got the strength in together doing tag team on Ak-Chu. And I felt like up to this point, Chu and Poodle had been keeping tabs on everything and holding their own, and now Poodle getting tagged in with the Ultra Patriot. Now snap suplex. The Patriot on Poodle. Patriot missing with that. Oh my gosh! That was a huge swinging DDT that we saw. And hopefully Poodle will give some added time for Chu to recover a little bit of stamina here. And now, look at the strength of Poodle. Oh gosh! driving the head into the turnbuckle. And for a guy like Poodle's size, we don't expect him to have quite the strength that we've seen him with the Patriot. And now Poodle with a big swing, with swing like Cesaro, and now Poodle trying to get Patriot to come up. And Poodle with that single knee wrench. Ultra Patriot looks out, folks. Crusader and Ak-Chu just staring, trying to goad their respective teammates on. And now Poodle finally got Ultra Patriot up. And oh gosh, some kind of swinging neck breaker there. And you can imagine Poodle being in this industry just as long as anybody. Oh my god, with theatrics. Poodle's moveset is probably pretty impressive by now. Now whipping him into the corner. Could we see another tag, this time out to Chu? But no, Poodle getting Patriot up, and oh gosh! Oh, nice calf kick stomp combo, and now Poodle with the cover, and oh my gosh, like that, Chu and Poodle are the winners tonight, handing the Strength of the Righteous only their second tag loss of their entire tag history. What have we seen here tonight, folks? Chu and Poodle, welcome to the FHC, making a statement. Put us in any match, we'll do fine.
Where were you when Rosie was getting destroyed out there? Why was I the only one out there trying to fend them off after her match? You're the one who warned us about them. You came to me and told me they were dangerous. You were right, but now we need you with us. Rosie and I, we can't do this alone. We need you to stand with us.
I don't know, I couldn't. I wanted to help. I swear I did. But when I saw them out there, all three of them, the way they moved together, I was scared. I froze.
That's all I'm asking. We're stronger together.
Whoa, relax. I'm not here to start anything.
Then what do you want? Because your friends seem pretty intent on tearing through everyone around me.
I know how this looks. But can I be real with you for a second? We're trying to make a name for ourselves here. That's it. Athena, Mary, and me. We want respect. But it's complicated for me. I've watched you for a while, Karin, before I even joined up with Athena and Mary. You're what everyone in FHC wants to be. And honestly, I look up to you. I know. But here's the thing. Going against Athena, that's not easy. She's got this vision, this intensity, and Mary's right there with her. If I step out of line, if I don't fall in with the plan, I'm saying I know you can protect yourself. You're the FHC champion. You've proven that? I've always admired that about you. And I won't attack you if I can help it. But that's the problem. If Athena finds out I'm hesitating, that I'm not all in.
You realize that sounds like you're playing both sides, right?
I want what you have, that title, that respect. So here's what I'm thinking. Is there any way I could get a shot at you soon? Any match with the FHC champion shows clout. I'm just trying to work my way up.
Wait, you want a title shot? What about Athena? She's made it pretty clear she wants the first crack at me.
Please, Athena's my homegirl, sure, but no friend. Nothing is gonna stop me from getting my shot. I didn't come to FHC to be second fiddle to anyone. Don't get me wrong. I respect Athena, I respect what we're building. But at the end of the day, I'm looking out for Mandy Iris first.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me you'd go behind Athena's back for a title match? And what if Athena finds out you're asking for this? What if she finds out we even had this conversation?
Look, I'm being straight with you. That counts for something, doesn't it?
You know I'm taking a huge risk even talking to you right now. Your group has been making my life hell. I'll see what I can do. No promises. But if you're serious about this, we'll talk again.
The following match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Buenos Aires, Argentina, he is a member of Four Fierce, El Huracan.
El Huracan and Malic Ferdanko tonight. But last week, we saw Ferdanko take the loss to Azathoth in the Dragon Championship match. But then afterwards, Huracan came in and seemed like he was going to help Ferdanko up, but then Ferdanko ended up taking out the Hurricane. Maybe it was out of frustration, jealousy, whatever. But Malic did not approve. It was rumored backstage that Huracan wanted to take on Ferdanko as he was next in line for the Dragon Championship, which I guess would make sense. But after Ferdanko's loss last week, Huracan confined himself with a title shot against Azathoth if he's able to beat Ferdanko tonight. So he'll take those odds.
And his opponent, from Amarillo, Texas, he is a member of the Tunnel Snakes, Malic Ferdanko!
Yeah, this could definitely be lucrative for El Huracan. He's a part of the hottest new stable in the FHC, and his defeat of Guile last week has definitely put him much higher in the rankings. And now within sight of a Dragon Championship shot. What's not to like about these performances? But on the flip side, Malic Ferdanko has not had a singles win since just before Firestorm, when he defeated Wes Sui. In fact, sometimes we forget that he's been strictly a tag tactician for quite a while. I mean, we haven't seen him have a singles run since before he was a Tunnel Snake, when he was being managed by Wynne. Actually, she was Miss Wynne before. Memories. But Malic has surprised us before. Let's see if he can bring Huracan down from his high tonight and try to vie for the Dragon Championship once again. And now here we are off. Huracan with that opening kick to the shin, perhaps? And now, some old-fashioned chain wrestling, as some people call it. Not me. Not you. Not me. Malic with a takedown on Huracan. And let's see if the Tunnel Snake can pull out the win, or perhaps with the momentum that the Four Fiercemen is having after the last couple of weeks. This should be a very exciting time. Ooh, Malic trying to go for that low kick, and Huracan getting out of the way. And now Malic into the corner. Ooh, nice drop kick there. And damn, Huracan going at it. And is that the Frost Bastard's music? Is he gonna come out and confront his former tag team partner? Oh, he's not here. But Huracan continuing the attacks, looking like he's unfazed. Oh, nice kick. That might have distracted Malic a little bit more than Huracan. Malic is kind of all over the place now. Can't recover from that distraction. Or if anything, Huracan perhaps has some renewed vigor, it looks like, and now a cover on Malic. We're gonna have to check that out. Was someone playing with the audio back there? And if so, funny that it was just happened to be the Frost Bastards music. Oh man, Huracan just taking it to Malic. But that also begs the question, where does the Frost Bastard stand? He said that he was not going to interfere or couldn't interfere. But Huracan calling for something huge. Springboard! Oh! Springboard somersault bicycle kick on Malic right on his face, on his head. And now cover. Malic looks like he's out. Malic looked like he just barely kicked out there. I'm not even sure he knows where he is. Has mounted negative offense in this whole entire match, especially since the Bastards music came on. I don't even think he's able to get a punch in since the interruption. And now Huracan. Oh my god! An inverse 450 splash, and that'll be all. Here's your new #1 contender to the Dragon Championship, El Huracan. This was, except for the very beginning of the match, this was just a blowout, folks. Huracan just dominating Malic Ferdanko. My goodness, I don't think we've seen the Tunnel Snakes get beaten this badly since quite some time, but Huracan riding this huge wave of victory.
I still say I carried that match. You were hesitating, Wynne. Again, I was making sure you didn't get yourself disqualified again. Someone has to think long term.
Whoa! Hello, ladies! Yo, are you two babes? Like, real-life sorceresses? Because I just had a vision of you on a beach with me. No armor, no robes, just sunscreen, surfboards, and vibes, you know? Ladies, I couldn't help but notice all of the, magical tension between you two during your match. You know, if you're ever looking to cast a spell, I'm always up for one or both of you working my magic wand.
I could summon a demon from the Fade less obnoxious than you two. The least you could do is put on some shirts.
We don't do shirts, ladies. Gotta let the Hot Bods breathe, you know? We lift, we flex, we tan, and then we win.
Well, that's my name.
No shit. Don't worry, ladies. We're not here to cast any shade on your little spell-slinging sorority. Our plans are to climb that tag team ladder one thigh at a time.
Touch me, and you'll spend the next match coughing up your own teeth.
Ooh, kinky.
Shall I freeze them in place? No. Let them go. Let them pose their way into an early elimination.
Oh, you'll be begging for these biceps when the Hot Bods are tag champs. Surf's up, Sisters of Sin.
Following tag team match is set for one fall. Making his way to the ring, from Hollywood, California, Nini Pacbell.
And here comes the moment that Nini Pacbell has not been looking forward to. We see him sans scarf. Well, we now know that he's since thrown the scarf away, which, I mean, maybe that'll do him some good, but I can't be the only one thinking this. Man, if the Monets are charging this much for these scarves, like, couldn't Pacbell not have tried to sell it himself? I mean, if he's thinking that there's genuine danger involved with these scarves, he's probably doing the responsible thing by not passing it along. But the other thought on my mind is, I'm super curious to see who Pacbell was able to get as his tag partner, or if he was even able to get someone to help him. We saw his concern earlier that no one would want to take this ride with him.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh my god, surprise! It's Loc! Loc has answered the call, of course! We should have known it would have been him. The history, the friendship, the past. Loc and Pacbell have surprisingly not tagged together before, so this should be quite the treat. And as long as these two have known each other, we will see if they know each other well enough to be an effective tag team. And interestingly enough, Loc has tagged the most with either Darth Wump or King Slender. Let's see, Pacbell has also tagged a few times with Darth Wump. But man, the blood between these OG FHCs run deep. I mean, as much as we've seen the storied rivalries between these guys, the history and friendship is even stronger. But will that be enough to take on one of the longest running tag teams in this company? A team whose foundation is built on being an elite tag team as well as being former tag champions? The fate of Pacbell's debt is on the line here, as well as his safety, because I'm sure if the Monets don't get their money, they'll be on the warpath. Which also begs the question, I mean, how is Scarves letting all this happen? Oh my god, and even Stevens has come down and are attacking Hawk and Hunt from behind. What the heck? What is happening as Pacbell gets Hunt to Monet back in the ring to start the match, but even Stevens from GGPW attacking the Monets, and perhaps now the Monets have a severe advantage going into this match against Pacbell and Loc. My goodness, what is happening here tonight, folks? But now Hunt looking like he's recovering pretty well with that armbar on Pacbell. And Hunt looks like he's trying to get to the corner to perhaps tag in Hawk. And then Pacbell with that single monkey flip right there. Loc looks very eager to try to come in here tonight, folks. Just an amazing, great surprise to see Loc come out. Well, I guess it's a surprise, not a surprise, but yes, very exciting time. And now the tag to Loc. Nini trying to get Hunt's legs stuck up in the ropes there, and now Loc comes in. My goodness, some major offense here tonight, folks. Pacbell going out, and now Loc and Hunt. Loc playing to the crowd here. I think the crowd is very excited to see Loc in action tonight. And I think right before even Stevens came out here, I was contemplating what this means for the bigger picture for someone like Scarves. Like, what plan does he have in store for all of the players involved here? It's clear that perhaps he and the Monets are not on the same page, just because the Monets are all about the money. But Scarves is just giving away these scarves, and if what people are saying is true, or if what Vincent Hanna's investigation is going towards looks like Scarves is trying to weaken everyone who wears them, as we saw Hawk just powerbomb Loc. And if this is what Scarves' plan is all about, ooh, he might be able to corner the not just the market, but all of the FHC's superstars as well, if everyone starts wearing his scarves. Oh my god, and a huge lariat on Hawk in the corner there. And then arm drag by Hawk on Loc, and now suplex. But we'll have to try to see what this means for Vincent Hanna's investigation. And the Monets trying to collect the money. Hawk trying to signal something perhaps big here. Oh my goodness! Was that a reverse Canadian destroyer? Would that be a Mexican destroyer? 2, and Loc, dazed but still able to kick out there. Amazing offense by Hawk here. Of course, we always know that Hawk is the more stronger of the 2 Monets, and but Hunt having more speed. Oh my gosh. And Hawk really taking it to Loc. Into the turnbuckle. We'd be seeing a tag right here. Yes, tag to Hunt. And now double team, leg trip, and an elbow for Loc's troubles. Loc trying to get back to Pacbell's corner. And the former FHC champion trying to fight out of it. Oh my goodness, huge Olympic type slam. Holy crap, and just like that, Loc and Pacbell pull out the win with that huge Olympic slam, and more importantly, Pacbell has won here tonight with the assistance of Loc, which means if the Monets are honoring their agreement, they're letting go $15,000 that Nini does not have to pay anymore for Scarves' scarf. What is this going to mean for Scarf and the Monets?
Following match is set for one fall. Making her way to the ring, from Boston, Massachusetts, Jade, Quinn.
And now our main event, Jade, Quinn taking on FHC champion Karin Rebel in non-title action. And with Jade, it's all Jade's fault, like it says, but we haven't seen her on Slam since before FHC Firestorm a few months ago when she lost to Dee. And since then, she's been on Brawl, trying to move up in the rankings. Her last win was against Susie Mack, and she hasn't been doing the best this year. 2-5 so far. Quite the difference from last year when she was beating some of FHC's elite, like the Andrews sisters, Alexia, Kat, and Christine. If she can pull out a win against Karin tonight, that will propel her pretty far up the rankings. We'll see how well she does tonight as she makes her Slam return in as many months.
And her opponent, from Oakland, California, she is the FHC champion, Karin Rebel.
And as we see Karin coming to the ring, not only does she have to try and fend off Jade tonight, but she's going to have one eye open at ringside, or perhaps the stage, as the Fugitives are actively gunning for her, as well as maybe Rosie, as we saw earlier tonight. Crazy Mary taking Dee out backstage, and we don't even know if Karin or Rosie are aware of the attack. We saw this just before Karin and Mandy started talking, and Mandy might be the exception. I mean, it seems like maybe Karin and Mandy had come to an understanding outside the watchful eyes of Athena and Mary. But either way, Karin seems like she probably has her hands full with everything, everyone, around the corner, perhaps even under the ring. But we'll see what happens. This is unfolding like crazy. A huge heel kick by Karin, since they had lots of time on the outside, but now back into the ring. Now Jade has Karin up on the shoulders. Oh! Pancake there. Flapjack? Pancake? Either one. Oh, Jade going for that huge knee to the back, but Karin moving at the last second. And now Karin with the cover. And Jade looks like she's been able to hold her own. Like we said, she's been on Brawl lately and hasn't been on Slam for quite a while. But this is shaping up to be quite the return for Jade on tonight's show. Just basically showing that she still has what it takes to perhaps perform on the main show. Oh, Jade. Oh, goodness. And here we go, Bronco Buster, shades of the 1, 2, 3 kid, or X-Pac. Oh my goodness, I haven't said those names in so long. And there we go, airplane swing, airplane Kanrana, if you will. Jade looking really good against the FHC champion. Now just waiting, going for that gut kick, but Karin knows better. Karin knew what was happening, and now a single leg grab to Jade. But Jade getting out of it. Man, these Dragon Screw takedown, it looks like these two are pretty evenly matched. I would not be surprised if Jade could be winning some more. And now, quick super kick by Karin. That should be it, folks. She just totally destroyed her. And oh my god! Jade kicks out of Karin's finisher. My goodness. Jade really holding her own here, and now both ladies recovering. Good God. This is turning into a huge cluster knocker. Oh, and there we go. It's all Jade's fault. And perhaps we could see a winner here tonight, folks, with the two. And oh, Karin! Now Karin kicks out of the all Jade's fault. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can ask for a better main event here tonight, folks. Oh gosh. And these clotheslines. We could be seeing a new direction here for the FHC championship if Jade just continues to dominate, but Karin holding her own as well. She didn't become FHC champion without knowing what to do and who she's facing here, and now just some wrenching of the face here. Oh, and Jade able to work her way out. Quick fireman's carry. And now a face into the turnbuckle for her troubles. And now Karin, oh my goodness, going in between the ropes here. And we could be seeing everyone's favorite drive-by. Oh, God. With the heels. Karin's wearing heels tonight. Good God. That probably made a mark on Jade's face. And now Karin pulls out the win with the heels drive-by. Oh, my goodness, folks. This is crazy. What a main event tonight to close out Slam. Join us next week for our go-home show before FHC Knockout. It should be quite the cluster knocker. And oh my god, Athena's in here! Athena out of nowhere! Coming in! Taking it to the FHC champion. Surprise attack! Good god, oh my gosh. Oh, these fugitives are just running rampant. And now Rosie coming in to check in on her friend. And Is that Crazy Mary at ringside? Oh gosh, with the chair. Athena, oh my god. Oh, and now Athena and Mary attacking Rosie and Karin with the chairs. What brutality! Oh my goodness, and the attacks keep coming, but here comes Dee! Straight from the attack in the hallway from Crazy Mary, she's looking good. Coming to the aid of Karin. Oh no! Oh god! Why? Why, Dee? Parquet! No! How could Dee turn on Karin like this? What did the Fugitives do? Oh my god, we're out of time! See you next week!